Okay. I finally caught these fish mating. It's a yellow lab, and I don't know what the other fish is, but it's not the same fish, and they're mating right now. The male, if he can stop everybody from coming in the area and disturbing, he'll get her to lay an egg, and she'll pick it up off the ground after she drops it. But he's releasing this chemical or something to keep her attracted to the anal fin that it's got a egg spot on. He's following her. She's following, and they'll go in this circle, and she will eventually drop an egg. And when she drops it, she'll pick it up in her mouth and suck in sperm into her mouth, fertilizing the egg, and then she'll hold on to them for some weeks until the babies are big enough. She'll sometimes spit them out and suck them back in. Some will actually be eaten for nourishment, but for the most part, she'll protect the babies in her mouth, and they'll go in there for shelter. But he's trying to get her attention. He knows which one it is. He's trying to get her attention to come down and lure her over there. But he's got to chase everybody out of the way and keep that area for him. But he's trying to see if he can get her to come down. If he can lure her down, he'll do that little dance to attract her, get her to the area. She's lowering herself. And it's a little tricky process for him to get her to come in. But she's definitely interested. So he's down here waiting, pushing everybody away. And he's got to wait for her to come back. He's just going to protect that whole little area over there until he can get her to come back. But if he can get her to come back, then he'll mate with her. And like I said, it's interesting what they do. All they do is they'll follow each other in a circle. He'll try to get her to be attracted to that egg spot that's on its anal fin, and she'll follow that in a circle. And then eventually what she'll do is she'll lay an egg right there on the gravel bed, and then she will drop it on that bed, and then she will actually pick it up and put it in her mouth, and then she will breathe in water with sperm, and basically she will then hold the eggs in her mouth. But he's trying. This is another one. I don't know if that's a whole different female there. I don't know if he's going to chase that one out or get her to come in too. That's a whole different one. That's also a yellow lab. Kind of looks like a hybrid, but because she's not as yellow as the other one was. But he's not going after her as much. Let's see what he does with this one. Does he chase this one out, or? That's interesting. I like moments like this so you can kind of see what happens. It chased her away. Maybe it was a he. But he definitely didn't act that way with the other one. He went right on in and lured her into this little cavern right here, this little peak. And they clear out spaces like that when they're ready to mate. As he's doing now, he'll take the rocks, put them in his mouth, spit them up somewhere, and build this little mound. He did all that himself. But he's trying to get her to come in. Whenever you're trying to get, film of your fish, it's hit and miss because you got to just let them do it naturally. You can't force it. Feeding, you can see feeding, but when it comes to mating and things like this, or babies being born, or sheddings of crayfish, you got to let all that happen naturally and just catch it when you can. So I just happened to come in and see my tank and saw that he was trying to mate, and I was like, so I got another one that's ready to have babies as soon as he can get her to come in. But he does a perimeter check, and he makes sure that nobody comes in this area. He does a lot of chasing and getting everybody away. Let me show you how far he chases. Let me show you. There he goes all the way to the. He's fast. Watch, somebody get too close and he'll chase you. He doesn't care how big you are. When you get within a certain perimeter, he will chase you away. Except for her. He's just circling that right now, just waiting. She's up top, but he just can't get her to come in. Just chasing others away right now. Get out of here. See? That's what he tells her. Get out of here. Now the spotted and the one in the back is the tank boss. That's the only one I haven't seen him try to push out of the way. I'm not saying he won't, because he's a little fired up right now, but the tank boss is just sitting there, just eyeballing, looking at stuff. Yeah, he chased everybody else, but he has not touched the tank boss. I think he knows better. There he goes. Here he goes. He's luring her down. He's luring her down. See what he does? He's trying to get her to come in. There he is. And they do this little dance. There it is. Sometimes you can actually catch him, the egg on the ground. Looked like she dropped something. Yep. She picked it up and put it in her mouth. And he's trying to get her to go do it again. These are two different types of fish. They're mubanas, but they're different. And more than likely, they will have some type of hybrid. Some may look like her. Some may be a variation with maybe a blue hue. Some may come out just like her, but they will have hybrids. He's trying to get her to come in. There it is. There it is. You just got to be patient and wait on it. See if I can get her to come in. He's too busy chasing others out of the way. She's been sitting there waiting on him. There it is. The jewelfish and the black are also ready to mate. So they're like in close vicinity. So it's like competition for area. Well, that's it for now. We'll have to catch it. In about a few weeks, I will show you what her mouth looks like full of babies.